These are the prophecies of Blessed Marie Taigi, uh, a well-noted seer of the Catholic Church. You can obtain her books from the Reign of Antichrist. Uh, her prophecies were within the Reign of Antichrist, but authored by Gerald Colton, which you can obtain from Tam Books, Amazon.com, Books a Million, any of a number of different sources. Today we're going to be describing her prophecies, section 3, as you see here. She knew with certainty the fate of the dead. Her gaze traveled to the ends of the earth and discovered there people on whom she had never set eyes, reading them to the depth of their souls. The poor, the great of the world, the princesses of the church, came to her for advice or help. They found her in the midst of her household cares and often suffering from illness. She was well known throughout Italy. She touched the sick and they were cured. She warned others of their approaching end, and she died holy deaths. And they died holy deaths. She endured great austerities for the souls of purgatory, and the souls, once set free, came to thank her. She suffered in body and soul. She realized that her role was to expiate the sins of others, that Jesus was associating her with his sacrifice, and she was a victim of his company. To tell the truth, her state of ecstasy was continual, because her sense of the presence of God was continual. All pain was sweet to her. She went her way, her feet all bloody. With shining eyes, she followed the royal way. She goes on to state, in part 3, God will send 2 punishments. One will be in the form of wars, revolutions, and other evils. It shall originate on earth. The other will be sent from heaven. There shall come over the whole earth an intense darkness, lasting 3 days and 3 nights. Nothing can be seen, and the air will be laden with pestilence, which claim mainly, but not only, the enemies of religion. It will be impossible to use any man-made lighting during this darkness, except blessed candles. He who out of curiosity opens his window to look out or leaves his home will fall dead on the spot. During these 3 days, people should remain in their homes, praying the rosary, and beg God for mercy. All enemies of the church, whether known or unknown, will perish over the whole earth during that universal darkness, with the exception of a few whom God will soon convert. The air shall be infected by demons who will appear under all sorts of hideous forms. They will appear under all sorts of hideous forms. Religion shall be persecuted and priests massacred. Churches shall be closed, but only for a short time. The Holy Father shall be obliged to leave Rome. France shall fall into frightful anarchy. The French shall have desperate civil war, in the course of which even old men will take up arms. The political parties, having exhausted their blood and their rage without being able to arrive at any satisfactory settlement, shall agree to, at the last extremity, to have a recourse to his Holy See. Then the Pope shall send to France a special legate. In consequence of the information received, His Holiness himself shall nominate a most Christian Catholic, that is, king, for the government of France. After 3 days of darkness, St. Peter and St. Paul, having come down from heaven, will preach in the whole world and designate a new pope. A great light will flash from their bodies and will settle upon the cardinal who is to become pope. Christianity then will spread throughout the world. He is the Holy Pontiff, chosen by God to withstand the storm. At the end, he will have the gift of miracles, and his name shall be praised over the whole earth. This will be the Pope all dressed in red that St. Anne Catherine Emmerich described in her prophecies. She goes on to say, whole nations will come back to the church, meaning the Catholic Church, the traditional one, and the face of the earth will be renewed. Russia, England, and China will come into the church. These again, prophecies taken from Blessed Marie Taigi, a very noted seer within the Catholic Church, whom the popes, kings, and everyone consulted when she was alive. Taken from the Catholic Prophecy Book by Yves Dupont, pages 44 through 45, and published by www.tanbooks.com. Original copyright was 1970. Now, this book is very hard to obtain. You can obtain it for a price of $78. It's only 125 pages, but it's out of print now, so it's very hard to find. If you're lucky enough to find it, I would suggest you buy it as soon as possible. Again, this is the end of the Prophecies of Blessed Marie Taigi, Part 3. Thank you.